Okay, the question everybody wants to know, the great debate. Who is the greatest of all time? The greatest female boxer of all time, Laila Ali, Clarissa Shields. Before I give my take, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. This your boy Greg, one half of the co-pilot. Let's talk about it. Now, check it. When examining both of the fighters, man, I think I'm gonna start by saying this. I think both fighters has the right to call themselves the greatest of all time. You get what I'm saying? Judging by both their resumes, Laila Ali dominated when she was boxing, retired with an undefeated record, and Clarissa Shields is doing the same. Michael Jordan said something very interesting when asked this same question when it came to terms of basketball. They was asking him who he think is the greatest basketball player of all times. And the answer he gave, he said that he think it's unfair to compare eras, because different players went through different things in their era. So it's pretty much unfair to make the comparison. And I thought that was a great answer. But us as fans, we pretty much like, screw that. We gotta have an answer. We need to know who is the greatest of all time. Let's talk about it. So my personal take is this, man. I got Clarissa Shields. I got her as being the better fighter. You know, and for this reason right here. And a lot of people that came at me and said that, man, I'm crazy for my take, and they feel it's Laila Ali is the better fighter. But when I look at their body of work, when I give it the eye test, I gotta go with Shields. I look at the quality of opponents that she's facing. When looking at opponents like Savannah Marshall, Perkins, by who she moved up in weight to fight and took the title from her. Also I gotta give it I look at the eye test. I look at Clarissa Shields' footwork. I look at her technique. I look at her how she throw punches. I look at her how she position herself. You get what I'm saying? Her defense. And when when that versus Laila Ali with her fighting style, she pretty much made Laila Ali look like a slugger. And granted, Laila Ali, she was a dominant fighter in her time. She was dominant. She never lost a fight. But I look at the quality of opponents is different. It's more competition in the women's division than it was when Laila Ali was fighting. Now, to Laila Ali defense, when she came in, she pretty much put the sport of women boxing her back, and she was the face behind that. You know, but I think that people, were given this argument, people has to get out of the name Ali. You get what I'm saying? Of course, the name Ali is the most prestige name in professional boxing due to her father, Muhammad Ali. And rightfully so, she's lived up to that name. You get what I'm saying? She's lived up to it. She retired with an undefeated record. She dominated. But when I compare the two, Shields has fought more quality opponents, you know, and not only that, man. Like I say, when you look at the eye test, Clarissa Shields, man, her technique is way better than hers. You get what I'm saying? And so, man, I just encourage people to go back and just watch the fights and just look at it. You get what I'm saying? Hands down, she's the most skilled fighter. Now, also been taught that, man, the two could be possibly fighting. You get what I'm saying? Laila Ali say for the right amount, she step back in the ring, come from out of retirement. And Shields pretty much put up the money. Me, myself, man, I hope the two don't fight. You get what I'm saying? Laila Ali, she's up in age. I don't think she has nothing to prove. Clarissa Shields, she's the younger fighter. You know, Laila Ali, she had her time. She dominated. Clarissa Shields, it's her turn right now. So I hope the two fight. But like I say, man, given my personal take, I got Clarissa Shields for the reason that I mentioned. But man, y'all tell me what y'all think, man. This your boy Greg, one half of the co-pilots, and I'm out.